What's good? We back with the boxing clinic and more. If you don't know, now you know we do more than boxing. Don't let the name fool you. That's where the and more kick in at. Your boy CJ Goodfella talking about, who gonna be the beast in the East, who gonna lead the pack, who gonna be the king in the East, who gonna be the numero uno, who gonna be the number one team, you know. And the Wizards acquired or looking to acquire Dwight Howard once he clears waivers. And I feel that's exactly what they needed because Marcin Gortat was total trash last year. Had him in fantasy basketball. He the cheapest guy, and it's for a reason. I feel him and Valanciunas for the Raptors were just awful and most inconsistent, man. The Bucks, I got into it with a Milwaukee Buck fan the other day. He was telling me how Giannis is the new king of the East, and I was like, how can you be the king of the East and you the 7th seed in an already weak conference, which is coming up now. But, yeah, he got mad and took offense to that. He got Philly, Ben Simmons, and Embiid. Most people feel like Ben Simmons was exposed in the playoffs. I really don't worry about that. Those young Bucks, they already got over the first big hump, and that's getting out the first round. So, I don't even think Giannis has got out the first round yet. So, they talented, but they do need Markelle Fultz and, continue to have Covington and see if they're going to bring back J.J. Redick because they need that shooting as well, too. They lost Barinelli, so they got some holes to cover as well, too. And Boston is a team that's fantastic. I love that team. I think they should consider trading Kyrie since he potentially wants to bounce and go to Brooklyn, if that's the case. I don't know what's wrong with Kyrie Irving. I'm going to say that. If this is true, you in a winning situation, it seemed like he wanted to be the guy. He held bent on being LeBron instead of being known as LeBron Lackey. But, you saved LeBron. You saved him from being, 2-7 in the finals. You hit a key shot. He was a very integral part, scoring 40 points back-to-back, I believe, or something like that in that series. And you were a hell of a player, and you was looked at as an MVP candidate till you got injured with Boston. And I don't think his body is durable enough to be that LeBron for a team. And that's hard to do. LeBron is a freak of nature. He's healthy, he take care of his body. And I don't think Kyrie Irving is going to last, more than 10 years in the league the way his body continues to break down. I think it's more healthy. I think it's better for him to stay with Boston and have that cushion around him where, you ain't got to play 40, almost 48 minutes a night. You know what I'm saying? And I think him and Jason Tatum could be a powerful 1-2 punch, Jason Tatum is the future. I think potentially he could be the best player in the league one day. I think that's the type of potential he got. Heard he in the weight room. But the East is definitely going to be interesting. Toronto, I heard they looking to blow it up. No moves made yet. Pistons, with coaching, they could be somewhere here in the mix. So you got different teams that could truly get it in now with LeBron going west and, Cleveland falling. You got Indiana adding Tyreek Evans, but ultimately, I think it's going to be one of these four teams that's going to rise. And I think it's going to be Boston and then Philly. I think that may potentially, produce a Eastern Conference Finals that may be epic. And with the infusion of Kyrie Irving and the big fella from Texas A&M, and if somehow Boston can get a really, really strong five guy, the center who can do the dirty work, they damn near might be, invincible in the East. But Horford is a good solid 4 or 5. He can defend. Phil Milwaukee, Mike Budenholzer, he's an excellent coach, but they have like two major weaknesses that's going to stop them from being that upper echelon elite team. One, lack of jump shooting. Brogdon got to continue to develop as a player and a jump shooter. Giannis got to get a jump shot. Continue. Chris Middleton got to continue to shoot that thing. And they got to continue to get more shooters, around Giannis. Giannis got to learn to shoot. And then, on the inside, they need a big body banger. They need, somebody with some weight they could throw around. And for Washington, it's basically if Dwight Howard come in and do what he do last year and just keep the childish shit to a minimum, and Otto Porter can play the way he needs to play, which is a big if. And, Wall can stay healthy and Beal can stay consistent. They could beat anybody, in my opinion, with a little bit more depth. But ultimately, I think it's going to come down to Boston and Philly, and I think Boston got a major edge over Philly. I think Philly needs to Markelle Fultz to develop, Robert Covington, if they bring him back. I don't know if he's a free agent or what, to continue to do what he do, and possibly bring J.J. Redick back, and Embiid to stay healthy. you know, to get over their healthy hump. But I ultimately think Boston is their conference to lose, honestly. I mean, Brown is gonna get better. Tatum is gonna get better. Rozier should get better. Kyrie should hopefully come back healthy. They might have to put him on a maintenance plan, and they just deep with Bangs and all the rest of them fellas, man. And I don't want to forget Miami as well. I think they had a good, solid team, but they definitely need to make some moves with sign Whiteside and shake it up a little bit over there. But I think Boston is just gonna be the kings of the East, the toast of the town. They will have competition though. You know, they will have comp from Philly and, you know, Washington and the Bucks, and if Miami can make some moves, and the Pistons, they will be they coach right by Dwayne Casey, they will be right in the mix as well too. But I think Boston is just gonna be the toast of the town. I think Philly truly messed up by trading with Boston and taking Markelle Fultz. I think that's a trade that's gonna haunt them when they looking at Jason Tatum, you know, and balling over there when they know they got played for Jason Tatum and they took Markelle Fultz. And I was looking at Fultz, man, and I seen Lonzo Ball dominate in college, and I didn't see anything special from him. But that was just my opinion. It looked like he's spilling over to the league and to be actual truth. But appreciate everybody for listening. We're going to keep it pushing on the 4th of July. I know it's the holiday, but we don't stop. We're going to grind. And don't forget, we got the new college sports page popping off. College S1210, College Sports Most Wanted, you know, based football and basketball based. Link in the description. Support me, Cali Nig, one of Colossal Sports TV on the joint venture. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those links in the description. Y'all know what it is. Subscribe one time for the one time. We gone.